So, welcome to Shooting Shit, episode 250. I think it is. It says we're live. Must be, I guess. Anyway, right. Yeah. Right. Anyway, so we've got we should be. Yeah, I just fixed that. Sorry. Why have we got an echo? Hello. No. I don't know. Weird. I had it up. Now I don't. There it is. That's it. I have got an echo actually. Oh. That should be fine now, I think. Aye, it seems to be coming and going. I don't know where it's coming from. Anyway, it sounds fine now. So last night was a shit show for the UK. I predicted it. I was like, yep, this is what's going to happen. Like, oh, it's so weird. And it's weird because Northern Ireland and Scotland voted the exact opposite way. Like, no one voted Labour, like, in Scotland or England. Labour's just been wiped out, like, completely. They lost like fucking 40 seats or something. Yeah, they've not got a chance. The Boris team, how the Tories, I fucking hate them, right? Because they always fuck up everything. Like they fuck up the NHS, they fuck up benefits, they basically rape the poor people. That's basically what the Tories have been doing since fucking I was born. Like that's what they do. All the like things that the government has, the things that you guys don't have that we're fucking pretty good at, like protecting the lower class people more because they've got better benefits and things and housing benefits and all that shit, right? The Tories want to take that away from every cunt. Like everything about the socialist aspect of the UK is always fucking raped under the Tories. Like always, it's the first thing they'll target. Well, all your healthcare benefits, right? Do you know how do you know how the NHS? No, they just make it really hard. Yeah, the Tories, okay. So the Tories are just really bad at funding the NHS. They want to privatise everything. They're a bunch of toff kids, basically, with loads of money, right? That's basically who they are. Hang on, I've not got this set right. I think no one can hear you on the thing. No, I have to explain. They won't get rid. They can't get completely rid of it, right? They're just yes, yeah. Basically, get.
Or like, you know.
Hang on, let's
or
see.
Or the same. I'm just curious.
It would be very similar to America, I think, is what they would.
Okay. I feel like your guys' absolute free like stuff isn't that great. It's like too costly. But I also
well, that's what the Conservatives.
Yeah,
okay, that's what they do. But they don't say it's too costly, right? They just fucking slash the money. They just stop giving it money. And
Oh
it's
no,
like, so
that's
you get
terrible.
no
See,
doctors, you get no
I feel like
nurses, you
I
get
feel like there's like an in between to what like America has and what like the UK has
yep,
that would like balance it out better. Do you
yeah,
understand what I mean?
yeah. But
Because I
anyway,
feel like we could do better, but I feel like you guys, it's too costly.
yeah,
Does it make sense?
it probably is, but it has to come from somewhere, right? So, I mean, you either have
Yeah.
something like
Well,
that or you don't.
you
And
have
since
to.
the UK's always had it, you can't just take it away now.
Yeah, I don't think that would be good. I think you could lessen it a tiny bit to try to like with the cost
Well,
and stuff. Or
put.
you could do stuff with the because like you have three main things that I've seen in the UK that cost your medical a lot of money. And one is the elderly, and you can't do anything about them because they're old, and you can't just leave elderly people to die. And the
Well, you
second
can.
thing, no, that's terrible. You can't leave elderly people to die. The second thing is like the fat people. And that's costly over here too. So I feel like you need to find a way to get the fat people less fat without in the least costly way. Does that make
Right.
sense?
Yeah, I think so.
And so it probably has to do with those like little stomach bands and things like that on the
Yeah,
fat people.
gastric
Because I don't know, I
bypass
feel
thing
like
or something.
in the gastric bypass surgery and stuff, I feel like those would be we'd have the upfront cost but be less costly long term. So
That's that.
at least from what I've seen, so I think like I would do that, and I think
Yeah.
some of the UK has like already started to kind of do that, but like there's still concerns over that being costly. But I
Well,
think that would be the least costly.
put
And
it
the
like
third
this.
thing that's costing you guys a lot is actually has to do with your immigration problem with all your
Yeah, I
refugees.
know. That's.
And a lot of them actually bring in like they marry cousins and stuff. And it's causing like so they have to be there's a lot more of them that need to be on like
Yeah.
medical assistance
Aye.
because they're having the inbred problems that you get when you inbreed too long. And I saw documentaries and stuff on that. And so those are like three main problems that you'd have to like kind of take care of. And I don't know if they're and I feel like the immigration thing because like you don't want to kick them all out or like cut them off. Like I can understand that. I feel like you need like heavy education to discourage marrying cousins and stuff and integrate them better into your life and your cult and the British life and the British culture and stuff would
Yeah,
be the
that's.
best route to go with that. Like heavy campaigning towards that so that they stop marrying each other's cousins and stuff. And then they start adopting some of your national values. Because I feel like if you immigrate somewhere, you should start doing that. Like whatever country, you should integrate into that country's culture and stuff. That's not giving up your culture completely, but it's just, taking on more of the surrounding area that you're in, like a win in Rome kind of thing. You want to integrate into the main populace. And we don't marry cousins anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, no shit. What am I looking for? That. No, that's not.
I don't
the
know.
one.
See, I feel like these are my like this is just my sentence thinking where I'm trying to like come up with things, problem solving that would make everybody happy, but probably wouldn't because everybody's like a freaking cunt.
Yeah,
So
right.
they
So.
wouldn't. They would argue with me. They'd be like, "Oh,
I can't find. Oh, I hate when this happens. Right. Where is the settings for this machine?
what are you doing?"
I'm trying to fix sound because I'm too high and you're too low
Oh,
on the thing.
I have the same settings on my end that I had from last week.
I know, right? So that's.
I can kind of hear myself a little bit too, by the way.
Can ya?
Yeah, just a little.
Fucking Discord, god damn it, piece of shit. Right, because that should be that input. What about now? Oh.
Blah 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 blah. I don't hear anything now.
Right, okay. Right, so that one's there, that one's there. Do you know what? I think I'll just. Oh. Right, so sounds. Open sound settings. That's output device, it's not that one. Other sound settings, troubleshoot. No, sound control panel. Ah, there we go. Let's see. Recording. Line in. Okay, it's that one then. This one. Properties. Levels. Let's try that. Right, okay. Right. That should do it. There we go. That's a bit better for everyone, I think. It's also because right. I'll do. Fuck it. Right. That's that sorted. Yeah. So basically, so you've got them. That's what the Tories do, right? And then you've got the SNP who won in Scotland, who are the exact opposite, and they're more socialist, and they put a lot of money back into the programmes that the Tories cut stuff from, right?
Mhm.
So it's a really weird dynamic because you've got Scotland with its. There's another thing that Scotland has, right? Because of the SNP, is you get free prescriptions, right? Which England don't have. They have to pay for their prescriptions. We don't. So that's something the SNP do, right? That looks after your old people because they can get the drugs that they need without having to spend their pension on it, right?
Mhm.
So that's a good thing, but not in England. You don't. That's an SNP thing, because they're more that way. Whereas the Tories are the exact opposite way. They'll probably put the prescription price up because that's what they do. So
and they've completely lost. They're out.
No, they're Labour.
Oh, they're late. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
okay,
you're getting mixed up.
Labour
Labour would be the other party, the ones that are the socialists in England. They're supposed to be. They're supposed to be, but they're not really. It's weird. They had a whole new vibe thing in the 90s, and they called themselves New Labour, and they went a bit more to the right, and then they kind of won a couple of elections, and they got rid of the Tories for a good while, and then now it's the Tories' turn, because it seems to always do this, right? You get Labour, and then you'll get Tories. You'll get Labour, and then you'll get the Tories. And the Tories will make it that bad that people have to vote Labour again, because they cut everything. And then they cut everything because Labour spent too much in everything. So we need to.
Everybody needs a party that's like in the middle.
Mhm.
And I think that it does that sometimes. Even in America, you'll get like, okay, we have to vote Republican because the Democrats have gone crazy, and the Republicans are going too far now. Now we have to vote Democrat.
Yep.
And it's like everyone's trying to balance everything out.
Yeah. So you've got that. So Scotland and England have got two completely opposing parties. Northern Ireland. That's a shit show too. They've got a more socialist party, I think, as well. I don't know much about Northern Irish parties, but I do know the ones that were propping the Conservatives up this time, they got ousted. So basically what happened was, for the Conservatives to get a majority last time, they had to get an alliance with one of the Northern Irish parties. And in Northern Ireland, that party's lost. So they're no longer in an alliance. But they didn't need one because Labour got fucking wiped out. So there's that.
And Labour was the socialists.
Yeah, they're the English socialists.
Okay.
Because you've got the Scottish Nationalist Party, which is Scotland's socialist
party.
And
I saw that like the Conservatives were doing well or something, and then you guys started rioting, or London did, or whatever. The not my prime minister thing.
Yeah, Glasgow, Edinburgh. I'm not sure about Edinburgh, but Glasgow, London, are both having riots right now, or protests. Antifa's attacked the police in London.
Your police are probably. Your police seem like they're always more ill-equipped than our police.
Well, you guys have got guns.
Sticks or something.
Yeah, we've got batons.
We just got stupid sticks.
No, they're fucking hard.
Riders?
You don't want to get hit over the head with one of them. That's fucking nasty. It's a big metal bar.
Yeah,
with a big club on the end of it, a big metal thing on the end of it.
Morn, you
batter the shit out of it.
Who would win? Who would win? Okay, we'll give you 10 UK police, 3 US police fight. Who would win? You got your sticks.
But the public rioters don't have guns.
They can have other things that are just as deadly. A little Molotov.
Yeah, but they've got
things.
we've got pepper spray and tasers as well.
Couldn't they have tasers? Do you guys not allow tasers? Canada doesn't allow tasers.
Same.
That is actually really stupid. That is honestly stupid.
We're not allowed pepper spray or tasers.
Yeah, that is honestly the stupidest thing I have ever heard. I think people should have pepper spray and tasers, because those are literally things used to protect people from getting mugged and raped.
Yeah,
like the
but
bare
you're not.
minimum protection.
Because pepper spray can burn out your eyes or some shit. They banned it.
Yeah, I don't care. Oh, somebody's mugging me. Oh, let me care that their eyes got burned out.
Oh, right.
You guys care too much about your freaking stupid criminals. Well, I don't care about a criminal.
Yeah, fuck them, hang them, yeah.
Yeah, like I care. I don't care. I lived in Texas for too long or something. I don't know.
You must have been. Like, I don't agree with it all.
Where they're like, you guys don't even want people to shoot people that are like friggin' mugging you and robbing you and stuff. Like in Texas, like you just step onto somebody's property, they can shoot you.
Yeah, you can't really do that here. You can't even pepper spray the bastards.
Yeah, that's stupid. You guys just don't want. Your government has disarmed the people. You guys, the government has disarmed you. You're at their mercy.
And you do get cops with guns. Like, if there's a terrorist alert thing, the police do carry guns. And they use beanbag guns as well sometimes, like if shit's getting out of hand.
You guys trust the government too much.
I don't fucking trust the government. I trust them that much that I never fucking went and voted. That's how much I trust all the bastards.
But like, God, what was it? 1 second. It was one of my tweets. Let me find one of my tweets real quick.
Anyway, I've still got this Greta thing up. What is it? It says Person of the Year time, Greta Thunberg, for doing absolutely nothing longer than anyone else. I don't know what she's
that's
done.
Hilarious. She won the Person of the Year, despite the fact that Hong Kong protesters won the vote.
Oh well, yeah, of course.
She had 1% of the vote, and the like Hong Kong protesters had like 97 or something percent of the vote. That's how much of a difference it was, but they gave it to her.
Right? How come we've got protesters fighting to be anti-democracy, right? And Hong Kong's got protesters fighting for democracy. It's so fucking weird.
You
at
know
the
what?
same time.
I'm just gonna put this out there, though. I'm just gonna
At
put
the
this out
same
there.
time.
They would fare a lot better if they had some guns.
Yeah, but again, they were a British sort of colony type thing, so that wasn't going to happen.
If they were an American colony, they would have had guns, and there's no way that China would have been able to take them over.
I don't know. China's got tanks and planes and shit. And China, well, they've already fucking imprisoned some of them. They've been shooting people in the eye.
They've had their basically their re-education camps. They've had those around for a while, and now they're dragging off protesters to them.
Yep.
But they'd fare better if they had some guns. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know if they would though, because they would just call in the tanks like they did in the 1980s.
Yeah, you just have a little grenade can take out a tank. You can take out a tank. Trust me, tanks can't go everywhere. This would be guerrilla warfare.
Yeah, in a town.
You could take out a tank in a town. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, I understand, but still, it's still just fucking.
In America, people own tanks.
Plural, yeah, no.
By the way.
Because fucking America.
Yeah, you'd have your government has a tank, you have a tank, no problem. Here, look at this. The government's already trying in America. They're gonna try. This is gonna be hilarious. Look at this. I don't know if you saw this post in mine. Look at this post.
We'll try
it says Virginia. Okay. I was like, it's happening. I wonder how this is going to work out if they actually attempt this, because oh boy, not well, no matter what. So Virginia Democrats float prosecution. A National Guard deployment if police don't enforce gun control. So they want their gun control laws enforced, or they're going to send in the National Guard. This is hilarious. This is not going to go how they want.
The National Guard won't do it. I don't think. Your guys are too free to. You guys are too free to do what China would do.
If you got some of the National Guard, I don't think a lot of the National Guard would go for this.
No.
Because you could disobey orders that are unconstitutional and unlawful. Our oath is not to the government. Our oath is to the Constitution. Okay? No one's going to go attacking civilians over their constitutional right. It's just not going to happen like this. So they can refuse, but let's say they got some didn't refuse. Those would be traitors, and then we just have a little civil war, and the government's not going to win that civil war. Let me tell you that would not happen. This is Virginia too. Virginia likes their guns, man. They're like
I was going to say
like
that,
Texas,
don't they?
man.
Yeah, I was going to say that, don't they? They have like.
Do you think Texas likes their guns? Virginia also likes their guns.
I mean, I don't know. Well, I do know a couple of states that probably don't like their guns. California, and
yeah. Well, you know what? They can give up their constitutional rights.
San Francisco
like
and all that stuff. They don't like it. I know that.
They're idiots.
Anyway. So
this is literally though what the Constitution is for, though. This is what the Second Amendment is for. Is the government would literally try this. Look at this crap. They would, and people will say, "Oh, your government." I hear that. Oh, the government want to do this. Just give up your guns. You don't really need it. This is why we need it. This is stupid. Look, they really would attempt this, though. People like friggin' think, I think that people disconnect from the past or something, and they're like, the government wouldn't do these things nowadays. No, the government would absolutely do these things nowadays. You're retarded. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I see. I don't know. Like, our government could do it.
Oh, your government definitely would. They've done it in the past. They've done it in the past lots of times. They do it again, and your guys have already been losing rights. Don't even give me that. Your government loves taking rights away from you.
Oh, yeah, both of them.
They wanted to ban knives. They wanted to freaking ban knives.
They've basically done that.
And you don't have free speech. So don't give me that.
No,
government would take away your rights.
Yeah. What else have they done? Oh, yeah, there was a there was a guy that got arrested for having a fork because that was a weapon, and the reason he had a fork was because he was autistic or some shit. Right? It wasn't. He had it in his pocket, and he got arrested because he had a dangerous weapon, and it was a fork. So, yeah, don't just talk about knives. It's not just knives. It's fucking any utensil that you might use to eat food. I would believe it if someone told me, yeah, last night someone got picked up and arrested for having a spoon. But like, yeah, I totally believe that. Yeah, so that guy went to court for having a dangerous weapon, and it was a fork. Turns out he wasn't quite all they are, because, I mean, who fucking has a fork in their pocket? He was autistic or some shit. There was something not quite right with him. And he was just going to the shop or something, and he just had the knife in his the fork in his pocket. So like, that's happened, and you're only allowed a certain size of a pen knife. If it's any larger than, I think it's an inch or something, they can take it off you. Unless you've got a reason for it, like if you're going fishing or stuff, and you've got like a fishing knife in your bag, and you've got fishing gear and stuff, and you've got a proper reason for having it. Yeah, if you've got a wee pocket knife or something, they can, if it's too big, they can take it off you. So yeah, they do.
That would not happen here. I could.
Oh, of course not. You guys have guns. You guys have guns.
You could walk through the woods with your machete and stuff. Like, what are you gonna? They wouldn't confiscate some tiny little knife. I couldn't walk into a Walmart with my machete. But,
oh well, yeah.
You know, we've had,
well, you actually could. You actually could if it was strapped to your waist, like if it was hanging off your belt in a sheath. You could probably walk into Walmart
I have
with
seen.
it.
I have seen people like with knives strapped
Come on,
to
Walmart's in
their belt.
Yeah, and aren't
Going to
like
stores.
in an open carry. If it was an open carry place, then surely you're allowed to have your gun holstered in shops.
Yeah, if it's open carry, you can have your gun holstered and go places with it. It's open carry.
Yeah.
A lot of places in Texas. Yeah. So
See,
probably the same with the knife.
Yeah.
You'd have to have your open carry license and everything, I think.
Yeah. I don't think you would need one for a knife. I'm not sure. I'm not sure the rules on there.
You know, I don't know. I'd have to look up knife rules. But I do know, like, a lot of places don't allow knives out, like malls and stuff. I know because I bought, like, this pretty knife one time. It was, like, multiple color blade or something, and I got it for my boyfriend for like Christmas, and because I just liked it, but I had to keep it wrapped, and they warned me to keep it wrapped.
Yeah.
They're like,
no,
keep it wrapped up.
Well, that's what you get here. Like, if you go and you can buy knives, right, like in fishing shops and stuff, but you would have to keep it wrapped, exact same, like, because
once I'm out of the mall, I could just unwrap it, and then I've got my knife.
No, you would need to. You would need to. Like, if the cops just basically random stopped and searched you and found that on you here, depending on if you had the receipt for the shop, and you said, "No, I'm buying it for fishing. Look, I bought it from this fishing shop," then they could probably potentially just take it off you. Just outright, just take it off you.
No, that would be theft. That's theft. The cops are stealing from you.
Yeah, I know, pretty much. Like, they might say to you, okay, we're going to confiscate it, but as soon as you find your receipt, you can come and pick it up or whatever. But it's because there's gangs, and they run about with fucking knives and shit, and they stab old people and steal wallets and crap.
Yeah. Give the old people knives. I'm not seeing the problem.
Yeah.
If everybody has a knife,
everyone's on the equal footing, apart from the old guy who can't use his hands properly against the young cunt with a knife. Just saying.
Yeah, but then other young people that have a knife can aid the old person. If you give the old person a gun.
Aye, and until the gun gets taken off him. No, I don't know which way. There's always swings and roundabouts for both things, right? Both ideas have their merits, but like, how can you defend yourself if you're not allowed to fucking... That's another thing, right?
You guys don't let your government does not let you defend yourself. No, I don't understand it.
You're allowed to use reasonable force, right? Whatever that means.
It like literally blows my mind. No, I've seen stuff, okay?
Yeah.
I've seen stuff like news and stories and stuff that you guys aren't allowed to defend yourself very well. Yep. And defending yourself can get you in trouble too.
Oh yeah, like, and a lot.
If you, let's say, like, you get attacked, you decide not to defend yourself. Okay, so you get attacked, you live through the attack, and the criminal gets like a couple years or something.
Yep.
It is honestly mind-boggling.
The one that fucking boggles my mind is when the farmer guy with the shotgun fucking got like 15 years for killing a thief that was stealing his fucking TV.
Yeah, no, that would not happen over here.
So he's literally...
If anything, if the thief lived, they'd get sent to jail.
Yeah. No, he got... Okay, so the reason was... Because the reason they gave for it being murder and not manslaughter was because he shot him in the back as he was running away.
But he had his TV.
Yeah.
You're just supposed to let people... You see, apparently you're supposed to let crimes happen.
Yeah. You're supposed to let them happen and then get the police to deal with it. That's the ethos. That's
terrible.
Right.
Here, like, and I explained to somebody here, like, the cops aren't obligated under the Constitution to come help you.
Right.
Their thing is to investigate crimes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
they are here.
No, they are not obligated to come help you over here. So there's been lots of cases where people have called the police and the police just don't ever show up. They don't come.
Oh no, that'll happen here, right? Depending on which area it is. Certain areas, the police have no-go areas, right? Right.
Oh, this isn't just like a no-go area. They'll just like not show up, and then people have tried to sue them, and then every single time the court has ruled the police is under no obligation to protect you.
Right. That's weird.
And it was like, it happened at one of our school shootings because there was a policeman outside actually during the school shooting.
Yeah, I heard about that. It was fucking weird.
The school tried to or the parents tried to sue or something, but the police officer has no obligation to go into the school or do anything. Yeah,
that was so weird. I thought that was weird.
That's why
the police officer should have went in. I mean, come on.
No, I don't think so. That you are sitting there saying that you have the right to be protected. There is no right to be protected. There isn't. You don't have a right to somebody's life, to somebody else's life.
No. Wait. No, but that comes with the job, though. That's if you're a police officer or you're in the army or you're in the fucking navy or the marines or whatever, fucking right, your job is to defend people or to fight for your country. That's in the fucking job description. So yeah, if you become a police officer, I think you've got a duty to do your fucking job and like try and stop a school shooting to the best of your ability. Not just go, nah, fuck it. Like, that's unless you're waiting for backup or something.
The police officer's job,
definitely.
you're thinking the police officer's job is for these things when they're not. It's not actually. The police officer's job is to investigate crimes and to enforce the law. That's their job.
Right, no, over here it's different. Over here they've got a duty to protect.
Now, it'll say, like, protect and serve on cars and stuff, but that's not actually their job. It's not to protect and serve. It's not in their job description. It's not. It's not in their, like, I don't even think it's in their oath or anything. It's like, it's not, and their job is to investigate crimes.
Mm.
And their job is to enforce the law. Okay.
Well, enforcing the law would be stopping a school shooting, right? Because that is against the law to just go in and start shooting up a school.
But
so
they can go in when it's safer.
Mm.
Or they can get the person when they come out of the school.
No, but that's what I'm trying to say, right?
That's enforcing the law still.
Yeah, no, but if he was waiting for backup, fair enough.
I think it was just one person. I don't know.
If it was just one guy, and
it was just one guy. But even if it was a bunch of police officers, they still have no obligation to enter the school.
I would say, for to be a good police officer, he at least should have fucking thought about it. Like,
I don't know if he thought.
Not just stand there and go, "Oh, fuck this." Do you know what I mean? It's just weird.
I just know that we have in America, you have the right to protect yourself. This is why you can't. Now the police officer actually has to protect you if you're in their custody, because at that point you have been stripped of your ability to protect yourself. So if you're like handcuffed or if you're in their custody at all, okay, you have been stripped of your ability to protect yourself.
I don't think it's like
so
that
at
here.
That point,
I think.
At that point,
I'm not sure. I'd have to look into it.
Your government has stripped you of your right to protect yourself.
Yeah, so
that's what your government
and that's what they need the police officers for.
Okay.
I would say, here, right?
Everyone has a right to protect themselves. So the police officer could get in a lot of trouble if they don't protect you while you're in their custody now. Okay? Because they have to protect you when they're in their custody. Because they have stripped you of your ability to protect yourself. Okay? But beyond that, if you're not in their custody and stuff, you have all the right to protect yourself. So you have the ability to have tasers, pepper spray, a gun, a knife, all these things at your disposal.
All these things that we can't have.
And it is up to you, and it is your responsibility to protect yourself.
No, I get it. Right, so we're going to shut down YouTube now because and I think you have to go and get food, right?
Oh yeah, I do have to get food.
Right, and then we could go back to this, but I'll just talk about a couple of things that I've got up here.
Okay, that's fine. I have like a couple of these. Oh yeah, I do find that I do find that Greta thing like super funny. Okay, the Hong Kong protesters should have won.
Yeah.
They actually deserved it. I don't know. I do think I know why she won. She won because, like, Time magazine.
It's crazy.
They didn't want to upset China. They got to kiss the boot. They got to lick that boot. That's a delicious boot that, like, Time magazine was licking.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
But Time magazine's also had Hitler as a person of the year, so I'm just saying.
Oh my god, did they?
Yes.
Did they really?
Yes.
When was that? Was that like a long time ago?
Yeah, like 1930. It was before the World War. It was like a year before the war started or something.
Oh my god, that's
it's like
hilarious.
1938, 1939-ish. I don't know. I'd have to look it up, but I remember the meme.
Time magazine. Time magazine is.
I got to look this up.
They want to lick the Nazi boots and China's boots. That's what it is. Prove me wrong.
Time Time magazine. Person of the year. Women US presidents. Persons of the year. What was it? Adolf Hitler, 1938.
Oh my god, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, as German Chancellor, Hitler oversaw
like,
the unification of Germany with Austria and Sunderland
God.
in 1938 after the Artusians and the Minch Agreement, respectively.
Yikes. So this is pretty expected.
Oh, they had Stalin as well. They had
not do
Joseph,
the Chinese protesters.
No, they had fucking Stalin as well in 1939.
Oh my god.
Wasn't he one of the guys that fucking shot his own troops because they were fucking trying to retreat?
I think so. I think that was him.
Oh, Joseph Stalin twice. So they've had him twice. So he was in 1939 and 1942. Brilliant.
This is embarrassing for them. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do food.
Yeah, right. Always say goodbye to YouTube. Goodbye, YouTubes. And aerithradio.co.uk for the rest of the show.